So guys, welcome to your first Subscriber Sunday. We have Gary Deakin on here, who has sent in his, well, I hope I've pronounced his surname right first, but
it wouldn't be a great start if we haven't.
It wouldn't be a great start, would it? But he has sent in his swing for us to analyse, and we'll be on the screen now to the side of me, and you will start to see we've got a few things to work on. So obviously at setup, we can see there's not much knee bend at setup, so and he's a little bit too far away from the ball, and as a result, when he moves that club away, you can see quickly that it drops inside. So it's under that playing line that is drawn on that video. And then from there, he gets to the top and we can see that his arm is very much across his chest. So he's very much in a position here where this arm is very much across the chest. We've not got the hands nice and high. And we can also see that his left knee has very much collapsed. We've got a straight right leg. The left knee has collapsed. And then from there, as he comes down, we can see that it still stays under plane. We get into impact. And we see he's very square. He's not rotated through. If anything, his shoulders are pointing a little bit to the right. And then from there, hits a good shot, a great shot there from Gary. But he does say that his elusive shot is a little bit of a pull hook or a pull draw.
I'm with you there.
So he's hitting it left, and we can see that that's all feeding into that. So a little bit inside, all square when he comes back into impact, and it's very handsy. So he's having to get those hands catching up, and it's a lot of manipulation. So what we want Gary to do, and again, thank you, Gary, for sending this video in and being the first person on here. We have had plenty of videos in, but guys, if you do want your swing to be analysed by myself or James, then do get your video sent to that email below. But what we want to see from Gary is actually get him a little bit of knee bend, get a little bit closer to that golf ball, and really from here start to feel like he's around about 6 inches away from his waist to the butt end of the club. We can see from Gary he's a little bit too far away. His legs are straight, and that's what's encouraging him to get into that position there. Not a very strong backswing. From there, he's having to recover. So if we can get Gary a little bit closer, what I want to see is then from here, we want him to make some swings where he goes to the top of his backswing. And as he does this, he's just going to drop that left foot back a little bit. So he's just going to get that left foot dropping back and just start to build a backswing where he's now over that right-hand side, and we've got some bend in this right knee. So we know that then he's turning, his hands are then, again, out in front of him. It's not across his chest and around here. And then from there, he can just make some swings through. We're not too worried about hitting the ball just with that motion. Then when we go in to hit the golf ball, I want Gary to think about, obviously, working this left knee a little bit better, so we don't have to feel like this left knee is rigid and has to stay in that same position. I want to allow him to let that knee come in a little bit, and if anything, that left knee works towards that right knee in the backswing to help him get into a stronger position over this right-hand side that he can then push off, start to rotate, and work this club down into a better position here on plane. And then from there, he's going to start to rotate through. And some good drills, obviously, there is just to do it in slow motion, so you don't have to do full swing speed straight away. When you're trying to work on something, it's always a good thing to do is, okay, my impact position, I want to be rotated through with my chest and my lower body, and my hands are ahead of that golf ball. And you can see there, that's a nice, strong position. So then he can come in there, he's done those practice moves, and then start to hit some shots. Really feel like that left knee works towards the right knee in the backswing, and he'll be able then to get through much easier to that finish. You can see that I didn't have to put much energy in there, but I've been able to get that a little bit better. So just a few slow motion swings to set that club on the backswing. If he wants to work on that takeaway a little bit more, he can grab another club, which he will have in his golf bag on the driving range. He can pop that just behind the golf ball, and from here, when he's practicing that first move, he wants to start to think, right, the club's not working here. We're going to get that club working to cover that club on the ground that is straight behind the ball. From there, he's then a little bit wider with his swing. That's going to allow him to get those hands a little bit higher in the backswing. And with this left knee working better, a better built backswing is going to help him get the transition that he wants into the downswing, get it a little bit more effective, get some compression on that ball, and more importantly, stop the curvature. If we can do that, obviously we're going to get the ball going a little bit straighter for Gary. We're going to get him hitting more fairways, hitting more greens, lowering his scores. And guys, like I say, if you want to be involved, if you want us to go through your swing and see things that you are doing maybe as a fault that are costing you shots, then send that to that email below, and we'll see you next week.